Hey there, my name is James Lee. Welcome to another segment of 5149 on Breaking Points, where we uncover together the true motivations and incentives underlying our political, business, and cultural institutions. And today, we're going to talk about Elon Musk's new company town.
If you'd like to live in Elon Musk's proposed Utopia town, get a job at one of his companies, and you could become the newest resident of Snailbrook. Musk employees have described it as a Texas utopia.
What do you think? Does Elon's new utopia represent a form of benevolent paternalism where the company is there to take care of its employees' needs and provide them with a good quality of life? Or is this just another incarnation of modern-day serfdom? Reporting from the Wall Street Journal, quote, "In meetings with landowners and real estate agents, Mr. Musk and employees of his companies have described his vision as sort of a Texas utopia along the Colorado River, where his employees could live and work. The Boring Company employees could apply for a home with rent starting at about $800 a month for a 2 or 3 bedroom. But if an employee leaves or is fired, he or she would have to vacate the house within 30 days. Depending on your background, your opinion of company towns can probably go one of two ways. Forbes magazine writes, affordable housing, corporate America can be part of the solution, quote, as housing prices continue to rise across the nation, developers, local governments, and major corporations have an opportunity to work together in the 21st century as partners rather than adversaries to help address the inequities of housing affordability on numerous fronts. This would be the most generous interpretation, I'll just put it that way. It's kind of perfect that Forbes magazine, a flagship corporatist publication, was the one to actually put forth this take, a take that I'm very familiar with because it's the world where I come from. This is going to be a slight to my alma mater, but day one of business school, we were indoctrinated with this notion that we weren't in it for the money. We were in, quote, the business of doing good. But then we took classes about how to make money through private equity, how to union bust, how to personify a brand in a way to manipulate consumers to buy. And that was somehow good. That was okay because it obfuscated the realities of what we were doing. This is just my opinion. The genesis of a lot of society's problems that the business community purports to want to solve are oftentimes byproducts of private industry's blind pursuit of profit.
Okay, so I saw this tweet the other day about Elon Musk reportedly building a town in Texas for his employees to work and live in. And I saw up here that they were like, oh my gosh, the history of company towns. And I was like, oh no, we're back on this.
Now, this is the other take, the take that I think is more honest because it's based on history. You know, the old adage that past behavior is the best predictor of future behavior.
So company towns were popular in the US from the 1880s to the 1930s. The company would own all the buildings and businesses in that town. And these companies tried to build a utopian worker society.
Coincidence? I think not. This is the exact pitch that Elon Musk is making, a Texas utopia. And what does history tell us about such utopias?
I'm in Ludlow, Colorado, where in 1914, Colorado National Guardsmen killed upwards of 20 plus citizens, including women and children, for striking against Colorado Fuel and Iron's extremely unsafe and exploitative labor practices. At the time, Colorado Fuel and Iron built company towns to house their workers, providing them with health care, education, and basic amenities. However, these towns were wholly owned and operated by the company, and they were created to control their workers, exploit their labor, instill loyalty, and to prevent unionization.
I get it, and I think you get it too. It will be a utopian worker society in the sense that it will be optimized for the company to extract the most amount of value that it can out of the worker. Key tenets of such utopia: productivity, efficiency, centralized control. Is it possible that it is not a coincidence why in America healthcare is tied to your employer, vacation days, if you get any at all, are set by the company, sick days, parental leaves, all tied to your employer? I think this is done by design to increase the corporate sphere of influence and limit your recourse against potential exploitation. Do you really want to add housing to that list as well?
I took a job that was ran by a billionaire, and how the housing was set up is that you could either live in the housing or you could find your own apartment or house. And these homes were nice. They were mini mansions, okay? They were really nice. But it was terrifying because that job was so abusive. But I didn't want to leave because that meant I did not have housing.
This is serfdom, no? I mean, I kind of get it. The housing is going to be below market rate, but with every basic human need tied to your employer, are you really truly free? Really, think about it. All the downstream effects. Imagine if you're being discriminated at work by your boss, or if you spot a safety issue, or you simply have a different viewpoint than Elon. If you're in constant fear of losing your job and your shelter in one fell swoop, do you actually have any freedom at all? We're talking about Elon Musk here, a hardcore kind of guy, one who really likes to test the boundaries of the law. Case in point, his Tesla Gigafactory was purportedly built on wage theft and safety violations.
3 little towns have downtown main streets with old buildings, and they're full of mom and pop restaurants and shops. Elon Musk came to town. His team are bringing a whole new energy to our county. Jobs that are not an hour away from where they live. A lot of times our kids grow up and they've had to go away to be an engineer. The more opportunities we plant, the more the kids will be with us.
This is somewhat tricky for me to discuss because I am not in the Elon Musk is an idiot type camp. This is a guy, he built PayPal, he revolutionized electric vehicles at Tesla, SpaceX is beating NASA at space exploration. Twitter, I'm not so sure about. I'm gonna withhold judgment there. You can't take those successes away from him, but come on, let's be real. What do you think is gonna happen to that town? You think he's gonna be like, guys, we have to respect the history and culture of the town. We have to be sure not to displace the local population. We have to build responsibly. No fucking way. He's already trying to dump wastewater into the Colorado River. And they say that the reason that they have to do that is that the facility right now doesn't tie into the city's treatment system. The infrastructure is currently not in place yet, so in the interim, this is their solution. And that's according to Rajiv Patel, an environmental consultant working with the Boring Company. Yeah, what's the big deal? 140,000 gallons of wastewater? No worries. By the way, I did some digging. The environmental consultant Rajiv Patel is a partner at GreenThink Consulting LLC, where they provide regulatory expertise in environmental compliance. I know, environmental consulting, it sounds really wholesome, but it is just corporate speak for we will help you find the best way to skirt environmental regulations and not get sued.
The dirt that you pull out of a tunnel, there are government regulations on what you have to do with that because there's oil, there's grease, there's products in there. There are families down there drinking well water. From the same well, from the same aquifer groundwater that I'm pulling from too. And I hope they're concerned. I want this to be a positive thing. I'm not anti-Musk, I'm not anti-growth, I'm not anti-tunneling. But I'm anti-breaking the law and I'm anti-corporations who think they can tell our officials that the rules don't apply to them.
Right, I talked about this at length a few weeks ago, but we got a big problem in present day America. We got a case of billionaires acting like wannabe kings. People like Elon Musk think they are the law. Like he says all these wonderful things. I want to protect the environment. I want to preserve free speech. I want to build this utopian town, save humanity, yada, yada. But that's not who Elon Musk is.
His approach is to do anything required to keep his businesses competitive.
He is a ruthless businessman. And a lot of people revere him for that. But that is all he is. He is for protecting his speech, his freedom, not yours.
If he wants people to work like he wanted them to work at Twitter,
well, yeah,
they ain't never leaving that town. They ain't never leaving that town.
You're not wrong about that.
They gonna work 24/7 in that town.
They're not wrong. Company town or no company town, to Elon Musk, everything, everyone is a resource, a means to build his empire, to expand his empire. You are a cog in his machine. If you are working, great. But if you get sick, injured, step out of line, you will be discarded and replaced.
Work like hell. I mean, you just have to put in, 80 to 100 hour weeks every week.
The thing about all this work is that because he owns the company, he reaps all of the reward. But if you're like on the factory floor, it's a little bit more akin to indentured servitude. So Snailbrook, Texas, Elon Musk's new company town, I hate to say it with his employees sounding pretty jazzed about it, but it's not gonna be Utopia. Well, maybe for Elon, it'll be his Utopia, but for most everyone else, it'll be dystopia. But hey, that's just what I believe. I wanna know your thoughts. What do you think about Elon Musk and his utopian company town? Let's talk about it in the comment section below. If you found this video helpful, please take a second to go over to my YouTube channel, 5149. I have many videos breaking down various different subjects. The link will be in the description below. Keep on tuning into Breaking Points, and as always, thank you so much for your time today.
Hey guys, ready or not, 2024 is fully upon us now, and Sagar and I have been brainstorming ways that we can really up our game for this critical election.
Yeah, we rely on our premium subs to expand our coverage, to add staff, to upgrade the studio. We just want to give you the best independent coverage of this election, which is possible. So if you can help us out, become a premium subscriber today, breakingpoints.com, or the link is down here in the description video. It really means the world to us, and if you like what we're all about, this is the best possible way to keep us 100% independent, working only for you.